Good afternoon, all you thoughtfully made people out there. It's Courtney Morrison with Made Architecture and Design, back with another week in review. So, this past weekend was just a continuation of celebrating the Masters. Like I said, my favorite week of the year. Playing golf, watching golf, hanging out with friends, and things like that. So, on Saturday and Sunday, I played golf and watched golf. And so, that was great. Like I said, it's something I really look forward to all year long. And it's great to just have that little break here in the spring and get to do something I really love and enjoy with good friends. So that was the weekend. So it was a lot of catch up this week, coming off of a couple days off last week. So on Monday in the studio, I had a call with a prospective client who I talked with a little while ago, and it took a bit on their end to get things together. There's a hardware store in Florida that's looking to expand up this way, and through my network, got in touch with me to talk about basically converting an existing building, an auto shop store, into this retail hardware store. So I had a call with them, went through some of the details and things like that. So hopefully that one will come along. And so it was a good call, and nice to always have the network working for me, working with me. So I appreciate those referrals. And then on Tuesday, I had did some structural coordination based on the fireplace revision I did at the modern house that I spoke about last week. I had to wrap some things up with that. It's just a really complicated area of the house with a double cantilever, this fireplace, and things like that. So I wrapped that up. Then I had lunch with a former coworker who's also the former mayor of Chamblee here in Atlanta, and I had lunch with him. It had been a while since I'd seen him, and so he's got a great network and knows a lot of people. He's got a really interesting background, having been a mayor of a major metropolitan city here, and so it was just great to sit down and talk with him and have a great lunch and things like that. So just really appreciate his time and getting to do things like that. That was really nice. And then I had a call with my mentor to go over my books and the financial numbers and kind of the last month, March, and then Q1 totally, and make sure, look at projections going forward. So really keeping me accountable to my business and providing for my family and things like that, making sure that I'm managing the financial side of the business well. And so that was really helpful. And inevitably, we found some stuff in QuickBooks that was messed up, and so I have to go back through and sort that out. If you guys have been following along with this, me and QuickBooks really don't get along very well, and I don't really blame that on QuickBooks, honestly, as much as I do just on my own lack of knowledge and learning in this area. So I'm just constantly trying to figure it out. On Wednesday, some more coordination at the fireplace and the structural the structural coordination for this modern house, and got that finally sent out with comments back to the structural engineer and to the interior designer so that everybody could work off of current backgrounds. That project is coming along. It just takes a while. It's a big project, and there are some complicated aspects of it. And then on Thursday, I started a new project for a little remodel. I shouldn't say little, but a remodel in addition to a house near me for a family looking to age in place in their existing space. And so I got that started and continued on that this week, and we'll continue on with that next week. I had a meeting with another prospective client who owns a building up in Alpharetta, is an existing auto repair shop, and they do paint and car wrapping and things like that. And so, again, through my network, got connected to the owner of this building. And so I'm going to do drawings for them to convert this building, do some interior modifications and exterior paint, things like that. So that was a good meeting. And then kept working on Thursday on some other stuff in the studio. And then on Thursday night, my kid ended up being sick, and she was sick all day Friday. And so that always just throws a wrench in the spokes of the rhythm of our days. And really, when I started this weekend review series, the point of it was to share things with you guys in the studio, out of the studio, personally, professionally, things like that. And this is just part of it, right? I'm a solo practitioner, and I work from home, and I have a wife and kid who are here most of the time. And so when my daughter gets sick, it interrupts the schedule, and so just sharing that with you guys, being honest about, who we are, what we do, and how we do it, and that my family is a very important aspect of what I do and who I am. And so, yeah, Friday kind of got blown up a little bit. It did not go according to schedule because she was here sick. So that was Friday. But I did have a call with another prospective client who I talked to previously, briefly, about their project and what they were going to do. And then they went and got a survey. And then we had more of an in-depth intro call with them on Friday. And so that was good. And really, it was a pivot. We were going to meet in person, but ended up having a Zoom call because I had a sick kid and I didn't want to spread her sickness to them. So that worked out just fine. Great family, growing family, which is nice. They have an existing house and are looking to expand with laundry, pantry, enclosed garage. They have a carport currently and they want an enclosed garage. So things like that. So I sent them first when we initially spoke to go get a survey, and they listened and did it, which was great. Some clients are kind of resistant to that outlay of cash or early on in a project like that, but these guys went and did it. And so in the initial call, they didn't say that they live on a corner lot, and I would have known that if I would have gone out there on Friday. I would have seen that, but the survey showed they live on a corner lot. And so when you live on a corner lot, they actually have increased setbacks. And so when they came to me with the project, they're looking at their lot thinking, oh, we can go out this side yard. But what is their side yard is actually considered a front yard based on their zoning conditions. And so they have a greater setback, and that setback really will preclude them from going out much further than the house already is because of the setback requirements. And so the survey revealed that to us and showed us that. And so that's a critical piece of information. And so we have to have that to know, oh, we can or we can't. Now, there are variances and things like that they could seek to be able to go out further in that side yard, but we may not need to. And so it was great to be able to talk through options with them on the phone, understand their program a little bit better, and be able to work through options with them, or at least discuss options with them as I look to put together a proposal for services for them. And so that'll be next week. I'll put together a proposal for the hardware store, for the automotive shop, and for this family looking to expand their house. I've got 3 proposals going out next week. And so looking forward to doing that and continuing on with the projects that I have. So it'll be a busy week next week, and I'm looking forward to it. So you guys, thanks for following along. If you have questions or comments about who we are, what we do, how we do it, anything like that, leave them below, and I will do my best to respond to them in a future week in review. I appreciate you guys following along. Please like and subscribe. It really does help. And until then, y'all be particular, and we'll talk soon.